Bereaved Families is an organization that helps people move through and beyond grief, and we do this by providing programs free of charge. The programs at Bereaved Families are run by trained volunteers who train as facilitators. At Bereaved Families, we don't provide any one-on-one counseling. All of our work is done in a facilitated session, so people come into the groups, and what happens in the group is really dictated by that group. The conversations that arise, the needs that people have, but the group is kept together running smoothly and effectively because of the skills of the facilitators that we have to run these sessions. So Support and Share happens 3 times a month in Sydney, in Glace Bay, and in Sydney Mines. And people can come to those programs at any time after someone they love has died. So if you lost somebody last week, you can come right away and you can bring a support person with you. And you can attend all of those meetings every month if you need to, and sometimes people do that. We have grief-specific programs, and those are, we run a program if you've lost a partner or spouse, we run a program if you've lost a parent, and we run programs if you've lost a child. And folks that come to those programs need to be at least 6 months past the loss of their loved one, and they come themselves, they don't come with a support person. So there's a little more of a back and forth and an education component, and we find if people come too soon after the loss, they aren't ready to be a part of that much interaction in the group. They need a little time to come into those programs. We run a program called Healing Through Movement and Music, which is a program that for women specifically, and that program covers different modalities, yoga and drumming and dancing and singing as another way to find your way through the grief into healing. And we run an adolescent grief program because our programs are for 18 years and older. So we have a program specifically for kids called Adolescent Grief, and that's run in conjunction with the Schools Plus program with the social workers through the school system. So teens come into that program.
Our programs are for free, so it doesn't cost anybody anything to come, and the groups are less than 10 people, and because you keep it intimate, and it's people who are able to share their stories in that group. I think they find healing much quicker than people who don't come to the groups. I think in a group it's the feeling of knowing you're not alone. You're going on this journey, and then suddenly you're not by yourself. You have 6 or 7 or 8 other people who are at the same spot you're at. It's everybody helping you understand that I'm feeling the exact same thing, and this is what I do. And it's talking to them and knowing what they're experiencing, how they're feeling, you know, what it is to have to get dressed every day and go out to get groceries. It's some days that's very difficult for people.
I lost my husband last May, and the summer was a time for me to sort through everything and try and grieve and try and find something for myself to help me get through that grief. And I came upon Dance and Movement. I met a lovely group of people who are walking the same road that I'm walking, who are feeling the same feelings that I'm feeling in their own way. Everybody grieves differently. I was very, very pleased with every week that I went, and this program has given me a lot. When I look at myself last fall, and I look at myself now, I see a difference in myself, and I thank Bereaved Families of Cape Breton for that.
I went through the whole program. I went through every week of the program, and I enjoyed it so much. Just being with other women with that shared experience, and some had lost husbands, some had lost children actually, and others had lost parents, and for each person it's a different experience, but there's a lot of commonality in it. Hurt is hurt, and pain is pain, and we had that shared hurt and pain. But what I didn't expect was that there was still a lot of joy in our lives as well. And through these women and through our conversations and through the movement, the gentle, gentle movement together and the sharing of the beautiful music, there was so much healing. So I found that program to be so beneficial.
So last March my grandmother passed away. Didn't really want to go out anywhere or talk to anyone. And I didn't know what was normal for grieving because I had never lost anyone before. And then something like that happened and it was just such a big change in my life. And coming here and learning about all of the different types of grieving and what you will experience and what you will go through. It was nice to know that there are so many different types of grief and so many different types of grieving. So everyone deals with it differently, but whatever you're experiencing is valid and normal.
You know, at the time of the loss, you don't feel much like life is worth living, because it's been in my case, I was married 42 years, so it was a big setback, and not one that I saw coming either. And so when you're set back like that, you lose your zest for life, you certainly do. But I think after listening to some of the other stories, but in particular some of the information that was passed out to us and we discussed and whatnot, it soon became clear that there's a reason why you are the survivor, and you do have a life to live. How much longer you'll live is anybody's guess, but I have a reason to look forward and a reason to be happy, and goals that I've set up for going forward. So it's all come together, but not without going through my period of time where I felt pretty low and pretty sad and pretty lost. And but I found myself, and it was with a lot of the opportunity that was presented to me through the bereaved families that helped me get there. Yeah.
So I just want people to know to come. There's no stigma around coming to the group. We're here to support one another and help people to get back to whatever their life is going to be.